Hi everyone, this is Bailey with the Cobbish Memorial Public Library, here to bring to you our third teen craft, an origami mobile. Kits for this project are available in the teen department on level 4 while supplies last. The idea for this project came from Guide Central, and I'll leave a link to the original video down below. In your kits, you'll find a revamped hanger, an instruction sheet, 10 pieces of origami paper, an explanation of how to make an origami crane, 10 beads, and 10 strips of illusion cord. Aside from these items, you may also want to grab a pair of scissors and a sewing needle. The first thing you'll want to do is make adjustments to your hanger. It's currently in a rough spiral shape, which aids in the cascading effect your mobile will have. But if you want to smooth any bits of it out or elongate it, I'd recommend doing that first. Pliers might be necessary for this, or you may find that you can bend the hanger solely with your hands. If you didn't get to grab a kit but want to know how to configure a hanger like this, Fallon will now demonstrate for you. Now that we have a frame for our mobile, let's move on to the origami portion of the project. Choose which origami subject or subjects you want to create, folding your paper accordingly. As I previously mentioned, the kit includes an explanation of how to fold a crane, which you can use right now. I'll be making cranes for this demonstration, and would even recommend them for this project because of the way the design balances itself out. Of course, you're welcome to make a different figure, or choose to not make all your paper uniform like in this example. Just keep in mind that, depending on the orientation of your subject, it may hang differently than the explanation provided. I'm definitely no origami expert, so these will look a bit rough. In my opinion though, once the cranes are on the hanger, you don't really notice their imperfections. So I encourage you to not get discouraged if folding them seems a bit tricky. I'm sure yours will look great hung up, and you can always tweak them. As a side note, the origami paper I'm using in my example video is larger than what's in your kit, so I'm only going to make 8 cranes. here's the finished product. My next step is to anticipate the pattern I plan on using. This will help me figure out which illusion cord will go on which crane. There are 10 pieces of illusion cord in each kit, so there's enough for one piece to attach to each origami subject. Notably, each cord is roughly 1 to 2 inches longer than the next. These will be strung from shortest to longest across the span of your hanger, beginning near the handle. To start hanging the origami, attach one bead to the end of each of your cords. To ensure that the beads don't fall off, make a knot large enough that the beads will rest on it. The beads carry the crane's weight and help keep them upright. Beginning with your shortest cord, thread its other end, the one without the bead, through the needle's eye. If you made cranes, there will be a small hole in the bottom of the figure. And this is where you'll initially thread the cord through with your needle, directing it back out at the peak of the crane's back. Stop pulling on the needle once the bead touches the base of the origami. If you didn't make a crane, thread your cords through the centermost part of your figures, or at a section that allows them to remain balanced on the cords. Feel free to trim any excess cord under the knot, and remove your needle before beginning this process again with the rest of your cords. Tie the tops of the cords to the hanger. You can place the cords evenly on the hanger for consistency, or you can hang them differently. This is entirely up to you. Also, feel free to adjust the length of the cords to your liking, shortening as necessary. The strings were made a bit longer to give you space to tie and trim as you would like, so you don't have to use them exactly as they are. They're customizable to your vision. This is the final product. You now have a spiraling origami mobile. If you end up completing this craft, feel free to send or take us in pictures of your final projects. We'd love to see what you come up with.